How's it going, everyone? Back with another stream today. Um, I actually 5-0'd with this exact list I'm gonna be playing tonight. A couple days ago. Hopefully, we can carry on the momentum from that league into this league. Um, the matches I played against in that league were the Mirror, Hardened Scales, Blue Eye Control, Is It Phoenix, and then Blueback Fairies. Um, It was funny because I already started that league I think on Monday or something, or on Sunday. Just one match, and then I decided I was just gonna cut choke because there hasn't been that much control around, and I feel like maybe I can use another piece of yard hate or some sort of like I was gonna might test that one not enchantment, the card that Tom Ross had in his sideboard, the I forget what you call it. It's the one where you get the three modes and you the first when it comes into play, your opponent sacrifices a creature or planeswalker, then you opponent discards a card, and then the next turn you like recur a guy back, or bring a planeswalker back. I was kind of thinking about playing around with that slot, maybe with like Omnixus or something, but then Choke just stole a match against Blur Control. I brought it against Phoenix to see how it would go, and I posted it in the Rock group in the What's the Play, and I felt like it was critical there to lock my opponent out of the game in that situation, and it was pretty good against Blueback Fairies. So I guess I'm inclined to keep it in because I boarded it in 3 times. It's a little results oriented, I guess, in the sense of just like how effective the sideboard is, because it could be different the next league. But I don't know. I liked it a lot. So I've always been a proponent for choke in modern. Um, a lot of people don't like it, but I feel like you can catch them naked by going discard spell into choke. Um, so yeah. So before I actually start playing League, actually I kind of want to go over one of the matches that I played. A lot of people think that the mirror is very what's the word? People think it's whoever draws better, and that is true. Does turn into a top deck war, but I feel like uh there's a non-zero amount of people that use that as an excuse on why they lost the mirror. I feel like there's a lot of leverages, like there's a lot of way you can leverage 2-for-1s in this match, and a lot of people don't take advantage of it. So I kind of want to go over my match in the mirror, that in the league that I did 5-0, because I feel like my opponent didn't, and I feel like there's a lot of situations where my opponent should have won the game and did not, because of the fact that he did not take advantage of the 2-for-1s. So it was the first match, I believe. So let's just begin. My opponent was really cool because he says welcome to Top Deck Wars, which is really funny. How do I? Yeah. So I casted a discard spell on my opponent. I saw Fatal Push, Tireless Tracker, and Thoughtseize, and I took the Tireless Tracker. Taking a removal spell is kind of redundant. I don't know if I drew the Fatal Push off the top. I don't remember if I did that or not. I don't think I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But you always take, like with these discard spells, taking the 2-for-1 is always critical. So like taking a Veil, taking a Tireless Tracker, taking a Bob. Unless you have a removal spell for Bob, taking the 2-for-1s are always the correct way. And my opponent did the same. He Thoughtseize my Tireless Tracker. So I'm going to push the Goyf. And a lot of the times this matchup ends up being about who gets to veil the opponent, because that's when you start 2-for-1ing the opponent. And that's what my opponent did. He drew a timely veil. He's a little flooded. But yeah, I drew all these removal spells that can't deal with the veil. My opponent top decks a Tireless Tracker. So that's actually pretty clutch because Now my opponent pretty much had two for ones this game. He has a creature and or pretty much a three for one with the tireless tracker. Um, so he's getting a lot of uh, incremental advantages through getting extra cards. Um, and him plussing the Liliana here is essentially um, uh, doing another kind of two for one because he's gonna. Oh, he didn't plus. Oh, did he play a swamp already? He must have something else in hand. But me drawing that Maelstrom Pulse was pretty lucky. Um, he also field ruined my uh, dual land, which seems wrong here. I feel like he should have held it for a man land. There's no incentive to field the ring because he has access to all his colors, and I have like me top decking a man land is actually really good against the because it can pressure Elasto. Because if I draw T top off the top, it'd be really good. Um, the other thing that I want to mention is my opponent didn't minus. So you'll see my opponent just start ticking up with her Liliana, and I think that's wrong. I think ticking down, getting tireless tracker is the 100% correct play because you're banking on um, me not drawing. Well, standard lists run four trophies and one decay. I have three trophies, two decay, but regardless, it's still five answers to this Liliana last hope. On top of my opponent's also drawing air, so there's the percentages are against him of me not drawing those any of those answers slash drawing a Tireless Checker or a Tormoglyph to pressure this Liliana last hope. Um, I can see having if she ends up ultimating, like I can see that's the highest ceiling. But I think the other ceiling that's really good also is just recurring this tireless tracker. I don't see why, or even just recurring. Yeah, just recurring a tireless tracker is just really good. But my opponent wants to activate this Lilian on the last up and try to ultimate her. So just because he cracked a clue and played a land. So like minusing Lilian on the last up I think is definitely 100% the correct line. And this is what happens with this Tarmogoyf is um, I can end up pressuring this Lilian on the last up. He did have the answering trophy, but he still like he drew a field of ruin, and again also just cracking it on my overgrown tomb, which does nothing to affect. He's not cutting me off any colors or me to play the affect the game. And again, I can draw another manland and pressure the last hope. And I feel like going up to six isn't as effective as just bringing back a Tyler Structure and just getting more card advantage because it's not like you're losing the Lily on the last hope. You have a Planeswalker on board and a Tyler Tracker and going to be playing this Field of Ruin and being able to get more clues. So I'm like super behind here, but like I would be way more behind if my opponent played Tireless Tracker. So I get pretty lucky here because my opponent is at 7, but I top deck the trophy. So like see the outs I have are way more. So see now how we're at parity now. So I went from I'm about to get ultimate with this Liliana last hope and opponent has a Bob, and now the board is clear, right? Like now we're like super even. I went from like very, very, very unfavored versus like even. But if my opponent had just minus his with his last toe, play a tireless tracker, all those lands and activating those field roads would have made so many clues that he would be like way more ahead than as if he uh uh just picked up like as he did. Um, so he plays a Bob. This gets kind of bad because now my opponent starts getting ahead because my opponent has a Bob that's unaffected and a Liliana. So I'm really bad. I'm really behind again. Um, so he has a Fatal Push. Discards a Fatal Push. So having the Liliana is pretty good here, obviously, because now we're kind of almost even. Um, I've had some pretty lucky top decks here. Um, So treetop again. See how if my opponent had just kept his fielder ruins, I'd be able to pressure him with his treetop. So he ends up ulting me, which isn't, which is good for him, but it's not. it's not backbreaking. Because I still have this treetop left over. This game's actually pretty interesting because I had both forest already. Um, so I can't fetch a forest with this fielder in, so it gets kind of awkward. So my opponent tries to pressure my Liliana, which is interesting as well. My opponent plussing this Liliana is also a huge punt because he discarded Fatal Push, which I think he kind of needed to kill my treetop. But I draw Tireless Tracker, tick up. But I think my opponent made a lot of subtle, not good plays to where I feel like he would be way ahead with the Tireless Trackers. He would be ahead with the Field of Ruins, where like he had two Field of Ruins this game. Like I wouldn't have these Tireless Trackers. Um, so I'm gonna go see how like now I can uh, minus the Liliana, kill my opponent's Scavenging Ooze, take down my opponent's Liliana with Treetop, and I just turned this whole game around where I really shouldn't have. Um, Now I'm attacking with an active with I'm putting on a lot of pressure. Now I'm able to now I top the Guitar, so now I have a way to protect my Liliana too, and just crack back like really well. So I think that's I don't know. I feel like I should not have won this game if my opponent took advantage of his 2-for-1s. I mean, I got a little, obviously got lucky there. I top decked the trophy right when I needed to, but just the percentages of my outs there are just way higher. Versus like I would need to draw like that trophy. I would have needed to kill the tireless tracker, but at that point, my opponent can just minus the Leon Elastop again and bring back the same tracker and just get more value out of it. Like he would essentially 2-for-1 me. Um, so I think him misplaying the last hope and his field of ruins is why he lost the game 100%. Um, but yeah, that's that's the road. I mean, you just gotta take advantage of your opponent. I honestly feel like maybe a lot of people aren't winning the mirror because of those reasons. I feel like there's a lot more into it, and I think that's another way to learn is to like it. Yeah, it seems very enticing to keep plussing the Leon last up in this matchup because the emblem is just it's literally game over. Like the emblem is just you're winning the game if you get it, and there's at least somewhat of a parity on the board, and you're not like super behind. Um, but if it's like still early on and you're just trying to gain incremental advantages, you're trying to like plant your foot into the floor and just like hold your ground and stabilize and just kill your opponent. Um, I honestly believe that you should minus your last hope and get your creatures and get your values. Take advantage of your 2-for-1s. Like Liliana, like going like if you're on the play and your opponent goes turn two whatever and you turn three veil them, you're really ahead because if you spend a decay on the Liliana, like you just 2-for-1 your opponent, right? So though those little incremental advantages, like getting veiled in the mirror is like the worst feeling because like you just because getting 2-for-1 is just literally how you use the matchup. This hand's pretty solid. I can go turn one Inquisition, turn two Bob. How's it going, Wagga Wagga? Oh, 9. I'm kind of inclined to. I have two lines. I could fetch an Overgrown Tomb and be able to play Tormagloive next turn if I end up drawing it. Um, I'm always tempted to fetch basics aggressively, but I think this is the one situation where you want to. I guess you can't. This is Bant eldrazi. Wow. He's gonna go turn 2 Thought-Knots here. Yikes. I think there's no point taking the Hierarchs because you can't cast it. He can't cast his Eldrazi Sky Spawn Inner, so I think I'm leaning towards taking this Matter Reshaper, making Thought Seer the only castable card in his hand. It's close between Sky Spawner and Matter Reshaper, and if any of these was like a blue source, it'd be really close. But I'm taking the only castable spell. Sorry, just my laptop. Make sure the camera's okay. Bant eldrazi. This is like a throwback for sure. I haven't seen Bant eldrazi in forever. Hopefully this Bob starts taking over this game. It's so 2009. It's so true. And this Quagmire is gonna be pretty good too, because I can just stonewall the Thought-Knots here. So I'm actually pretty stoked about that. The TKS is gonna take this Kalidas, which sucks. But yeah, he's just gonna turn 2 Thought on me. 2009, just live replay. This is live. This is live. No, I'm just replaying a game back from 2009. So Fatal Push is a good draw. It just depends on if I want to turn on my opponent's hand, really. Like, I could either A, play this Quagmire, or B, play this Field of Ruin, and just get my opponent. But if he fetches like a forest, that sucks. Because then he turns on his Hierarchs, and then turns on the Sky Spawners. But I think it might be worth it. Just because I can start getting aggressive, I get rid of his board. Because I'm going to have to push this guy anyway. I don't want to take 4 from a Reality Smasher deck. So and this also turns off a lot of his top decks as well. Like if he had another Thought-Knots here, a land into Reality Smasher. Oh, that's kind of a good draw. Sky Spawner. Okay. Oh, crap. I didn't want to click that. Okay. Marsh Flats. I think here he can pretty much take down my Veil with this Matter Reshaper. Veil is actually really not that good in this situation, which is unfortunate. I can try to plus, but how's it going, Arcbound Torker? I just replayed the first one of my matches from my last league, showing what not to do in the mirror. This is game 1 of the first match, so you didn't miss much against Bant eldrazi. So it's kind of a throwback match. Exactly. I'm tempted to just play the Quagmire. I definitely want to play Quagmire to defend it. I guess the other line is just a Veil minus and kill my opponent's double Hierarch, which feels really bad. Like this Veil is not really doing much, and I think I'd rather play a Veil than play a Quagmire. I can also just play a Bob and pass, and then next turn protect the Veil. But then my opponent's already going to play another Hierarch at that point. So I think maybe it's just like Veil and plus. I don't know. Like this is, there's not much we can really do that really takes advantage of this situation. I feel like a Tarmogoyf would have been a really good draw. So I think Quagmire is definitely the play. The other thing is we can just trade a Liliana for a Tire, which feels bad. We could also just protect the Liliana and just block with Dark Confidant. Oh wow, my opponent. Wow. Okay. Okay. Opponent sacked Mana Reshaper. Maybe I shouldn't attack with Bob there. To protect my Veil. I don't think I would have blocked anyway. So I guess it kind of worked out. Because I need this Bob to dig me cards. Oh, that's a good draw. That Thoughtseize is clutch. I could also minus this Reshaper here. I could minus the Reshaper, or sorry, kill the Reshaper with his Brutality, because that's really only one of the cards that we can actually kill. And then proceed from there and see what we want to Thoughtseize, seeing on what gets revealed from here. Next round, Kiki card. Oh, that's the worst feeling ever. Gosh darn it. Well, let's Thoughtseize. Hopefully, opponent's hand is not that much gas. Spy Sonar Hierarch. Okay. Here I think I'm gonna play Bob. I want to be able to block and then draw cards as well. We definitely need to keep up in the card advantage department. And the next turn we can do I want to trade? I think it's worth attacking here. We'll see if he trades. I should attack first, I guess. So I'll take the trade. Meet a vault. Okay. This is obviously just a really bad matchup for us. Because they just go way bigger than us. They're just a bigger mid-range deck. Okay, him playing Sky Spawner is good. Explore. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Oh man, that Mutilate's gonna be huge. So I need to draw something spicy here. Trophy. Trophy's a good draw. I can trophy this Sky Spawner. My opponent tries to go wide, I can block with Quagmire and Bob. So it's banned with like acceleration. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. So block here. I'm gonna take 1. So I just hope I don't have a 3-drop. Tall order. Come on, Bobby. Don't kill me now. Oh, I died. Oh, Liliana. Oh, that Scooge would have been really good. Okay. Darn. I'm gonna be honest. That's the first time I've ever died to Bob. Playing this deck. Honest to God. That Scooge would have been good. So I'm gonna board in some sweepers. I'm not sure how Languish is gonna be, but it should be able to kill everything minus Reality Smasher and Endbringer. Last Hope actually seems okay as well. I think I'm gonna cut these brutalities because they don't do much. I think I'm also gonna maybe cut these Inquisitions. And then maybe cut a Decay. There you go, like this. That was just rough. Like, that game just did not work out really well for us. Just like us brutalating a Matter Reshaper and then just getting a Matter Reshaper off the top. That's like the worst. Yeah. Oh well. I don't know if I could have done anything else. I feel like we needed a Bob to stick around to draw us out of it because we drew a lot of lands as well. Never comes around. This hand needs lands. If I had a second land, this hand would be a snap keep, but sadly, I'm gonna mulligan this. This says interaction. Turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Thoughtseize, turn 3 push. So I like it. Opponent also. So the thing about Eldrazi, that the reason why people are off it is because the deck doesn't mulligan very well. You kind of want a Hierarch in your hand or Eldrazi Temple, otherwise your deck's just way too clunky. Okay, I'm going to take the Matter Reshaper. So that's the knack against it. I guess this guy is trying to supplement that by playing these ramp effects. So now my opponent has nothing, and I have a Fulminator Mage to pressure. Okay. This is subtly a good draw because I can hold up Fatal Push with this fetch line if my opponent doesn't draw TKS next turn. If opponent TKS's me, that's gonna be bad, but I can't like not play a Fulminator Mage. I could also just crack it now. Maybe I could have cracked it now, but I feel like I just need the pressure more than anything. Or I guess he can just have it all. Double Fatal Push. Let's start getting some pressure on here. Take as little damage as possible. I wonder what's in my opponent's hand. it reality? Oh, okay. I can push the hierarch at the beginning of combat. We're not winning this race, which sucks. This reality smasher is huge. I think I'm gonna attack with my Fulminator Mage, and then next turn, hold back. So I'm gonna go to 5. I'm dead to another reality smasher. If Damnation off the top would be really good, or Liliana, that'd be nice. Oh no, it's another reality smasher. Drowner of Hope. Okay, so it's Damnation or Bust for me right now. Maybe I don't think I should be aggressively popping this Fulminators because I need a block. Nope, that's... I'm not technically dead, but I'm pretty close to being dead. Because I can trade my Fulminator and Treetop for the Reality Smasher, block here, take 2. But my opponent is just top decking like crazy. He could also just sack these dudes to tap. Oh my god. I don't think I should have sacked the Fulminators there. My opponent still would have been able to cast. Would have been still be able to cast his Reality Smasher. Yeah, this is my opponent is. Okay, I was gonna say he needs to tap my dudes. So I'm not dead. As long as my opponent doesn't misplay here. Okay, now I'm dead. They're just too much. They're just like that matchup's just bad. They're just too big. I guess that deck is. I guess this person just feasting on these shitty rock players that are playing bobs. Oh well. So how's everyone doing? Hope you guys are having a good day. Thanks for tuning in. If you guys liked watching me get trampled over by reality smashers, you guys can follow me on Twitch and Twitter to support the channel. Gives you guys updates. You guys also can see the I'll post links to the YouTube on my Twitter as well. What do you mean it must be me? What do you mean by that? Bernardo Abdener. Is that Dami Raid? Riding a boar? That's kind of cool. Gruul Clans. I wonder what the Golgari avatar is. I should probably switch my Birds of Paradise to that. Birds of Paradise is like one of my favorite cards. It's such a cool, pretty art with like pretty art. The 7th edition Birds of Paradise is like the best, so that's why I have Birds of Paradise as my avatar. But how do I change avatars? I haven't changed my avatar. I've never changed my avatar, so I don't remember. Change avatar. Since my opponent's taking forever. I'm assuming this is Azorius, right? This hand is good. Um, I would like a third untapped land. That'd be preferred. Is this Lantern control? This looks like Lantern control. Botanical Sanctum? What other deck plays Botanical Sanctum? Engineered Explosives. Oh, I have bad luck. I mean, well, I mean, if you want to take the blame, I'll gladly blame you for my loss. uh, I think I'm gonna take the Sorcerer's Spyglass here. I could also just take the War and get over it, but so I can take the War with this Collective Brutality. So it's between Engineer Explosives and Sorcerer's Spyglass. And I think I'd rather just take the Sorcerer's Spyglass here. So my content is, so I can Spyglass, turn 2 Brutality, turn 2 Brutality, turn 3 Goyf, turn 4 Liliana. I don't think that's a bad line here. Yeah, let's do that. I could also just take EE and just ignore the Spyglass. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if he top decks a 0-mana artifact, he can whir. So I think I have to Brutality here. I think I'm also going to Drain 2. Just because I know my opponent is going to be like this, like life totals are going to be pretty close, so yep. See, so you would have been able to whir. That's why I took the Brutality. I cast Brutality that turn. So here I'm going to play Tarmogoyf, bait out the Engineered Explosives. Okay. Oh, he drew the Spyglass. That's so gross. So you can answer my Liliana now, which is fine. I mean, I still have an active Bob to draw out of this. So I can just play Bob, and then that's a nice draw. Thanks, deck. Play the Dark Confidant. I mean, I can still pressure next turn, which is fine. Because my opponent still needs a bridge, and I have a lot of... Now that I have an active Bob, that's going to be really good for me. That's really good here. An untapped land next turn would be pretty good. I could also just trophy the Spyglass and then play Liliana, but I think I'd rather just hold this trophy for actual bridge. So the thing about Whir is our matchup against Whir is a lot better than against Lantern because we actually have legit outs against their lock. And they can't mill our our removal away, so that's really good for us. Okay. I think this is worth trophying actually. Because I don't want them to get more cards for bridge. I think opponent only has a Mox Opal in hand. Fatal Push is not a good draw. So now we just need to dodge one more draw here, and we're okay. My opponent knows the full contents of our hand, just FYI. So one draw. They're gonna draw it. They always draw the bridge off the top. Right when you have lethal. Sweet. So in this matchup, surgicals are pretty good. Duress. They have like Academy Ruins, so I like Spell Bombs here. Fulminator Mage to keep them off like Academy Ruins and Inventor's Fair. Fatal Push is an easy cut. Sometimes they have Spell Skite, but we already have like Decays and Trophies, which is fine. I'm gonna cut Cletus. Cletus doesn't do much. It's kind of a slow clock. I might not board in all my Fulminator Mages. I just board in like 2. Might just save a Brutality. I just do this. Just bring in more Fulminator Mage. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, and then I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna submit the deck first. This sounds good. 2 draws to an untapped land and then start pressuring with Bob. I like it. I like it. Welding Jar. I'm like contemplating if I should wait a turn to cast my discard spell. I think that's being too cute because if they go Mox Opal Bridge, then that just looks stupid. Don't care about this Spyglass, but I do kind of care about this Chalice of the Void because that just turns off most of my hand. So just go that. Since I don't have Liliana in hand, it's fine. Untapped land for Bob would be good here. My opponent should name Liliana the Veil. That should be the name. Oh, did not board in Engineered Explosives. I did not board in Engineered Explosives. That's wrong. If I lose, that's... I forgot to board in Engineered Explosives. I'm dumb. So that's good. We get to keep playing Magic here. So just future reference, you should board in Engineering Explosives in this matchup. We're fine though, technically. We just need to dodge a bridge, which is pretty hard. And we could fight through bridge, realistically. Because we have so many cards that can we have a lot of avenues to draw cards. My opponent has a whir. He has a whir. Okay. See what my opponent does here. Okay. So I just need to draw Abrupt Decay plus Assassin's Trophy or Assassin's Trophy, Abrupt Decay, Maelstrom Pulse. And we can build up enough power on board just to kill him in one swing, so. What's the one card left in his hand? That's what I want to know. Splashing for Unmoored Ego is really cute. I haven't considered that card, to be honest. Where's the Putrefy? 8, 12, 14. Oh, does he have another whir? Oh, you're just gonna get Bottle Cloister. Which is fine. Because we go 8. Okay. Man, not having Engineer Explosives was just really bad on my end. Crack a Clue. What's he gonna search for? Academy Ruins. That's good. Because we have a Fulminator Mage. We're very close to just winning the game here. We just need a little bit of help. Just a little bit of help. Feel the Ruin's a good draw. Um, Point doesn't have that good of a lock yet. She got a little lucky here. Not even lucky. We just need to just draw our like 5, 6 ways to deal with this ensnaring bridge. We're losing time because of this bottle cloister, but oh, so now we need multiple answers now. That welding jar is not good. Now we're starting to run out of time. Because now we need 3 hate pieces. It's not impossible. Me not boarding in engineering explosives is a huge punt also. Yeah, that explosive would have been good. Because it just cleanly answers. Well, it doesn't cleanly answer, but it's just another answer to welding jar. I mean, we can still win if this clue is a trophy / decay, and then the next 2 draws is trophy and another decay. Like we got this. Or he drew where. Is it another bottle cloister? That's pretty greedy. If it's another bottle cloister, that's pretty greedy. I guess he has 2 jars. Jester's cap. One, 2. So that would leave me with just 1. So if I have 1 pulse, 2 decay, 3 trophy, he takes 3 of them. My opponent just lost connection to the game. Okay. So I guess we can discuss. I guess I can look up at my avatar until my opponent reconnects to the game. But if my opponent activates this Jester's cap, I would probably just concede. So I expose him to the least amount of information. Anyway. Oh, he just joined. Yeah, so if he's gonna activate this cap, I'm definitely gonna concede. There. No. Calm down. Yeah, I'm just gonna concede here. I want to expose the least amount of information, and I need to literally go. I think my percentages are really low. Oh, drew the pulse. No, I don't think I would have gotten there, so it's fine. Board in the engineering explosives. I'll just take out the brutality. I just go like this. My opponent top decked really well that game. All he had was a Sorcerer's Spyglass in hand. I think this hand's a mulligan. We need answers to trophy or to bridge. This is a better hand. Sure. I want to hit that 3rd land for sure, since I have Veil and Tracker. So, I'm gonna take this ensnaring bridge, and then if I draw surgical, that'd be nice. And I can veil my opponent's Spellskite. Jar. That's cool. They have the masterpiece planeswalkers here. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna play the Blooming Marsh just in case I top deck. Oh, I already drew the other Overgrown Tomb. No, I should play the Blooming Marsh just in case I draw another Blooming Marsh. So this Tireless Tracker can play untapped. So if my opponent spell skites here, I'm gonna just veil them. Oh, he drew the Spyglass. Ah. Like I said, my opponent's drawing pretty well here. I have this noticeable post for this Tesseract, so that's pretty good, but we're not drawing very well for sure. I think I just play Tireless Tracker and just start pressuring. My opponent still needs to draw lands to cast Tesseract and activate Whir, so we're okay here. Sure. Yikes. So I'm going to attack this Tireless Tracker, see if he blocks, see how bad he is. Crack the Clue. So my opponent can Whir next turn. So drawing an out to that Surgical is not that good. Yeah, this game is not going very well. Oh, he just named Scavenging Ooze. 1, 2, 3. My opponent can't. Oh, my opponent can't Whir. Never mind. He doesn't have enough blue sources. Scavenging Ooze. Good name, buddy. Fulminant Mage would be a pretty good draw. Cut him off blue sources. That's kind of a good draw. I could pulse the Spellskite. Oh, I already pressed OK. I don't think he would regenerate it. Maybe he would. I could also just pulse the Sorcerer's Spyglass and see where that goes. But I don't think I'm winning this game. Just based on how this game is going. That Spyglass is so good. Double Welding Jar is just brutal. Because then an E isn't even an out. My opponent is also not reacting. I think my opponent's just having a lot of internet issues, which sucks. You shouldn't be playing a present deck if you have a lot of internet issues. Let's be clear with that. What's the Golgari avatar here? Anyone know? Does anyone else play MTGO? Is there like a Nissa avatar? I'd play a Nissa avatar for sure. Yeah, my opponent is just not there. There's this Vraska. There's this Vraska. These are from like Born of the Gods, right? Those little god thingies. Ooh, Sisters of Stone Death. That's my EDH general. I want this one. Oh, can I not select it? Is it because I'm in the game? Is that why I can't select this one? Maybe that's why. Oh, can I only... Oh, I only have these guys. How do I get an avatar? I just didn't care that much until now. But we'll see. I guess I can just talk about my deck. So this is the list that I'm playing today that I photoed with a couple days ago. But yeah, this is I lost match 1 in this league versus 2 Bant Eldrazi, and this is my second match. I guess I'm gonna start out this league 0-2. I guess it works out if I go 5-0 and then go 0-5 in the next league. I guess this is just a stock list that I've been running. The only difference I really have is I have 2 decays and 3 trophies. I don't want to give my opponent resources. That's why I only have 3 decays, or 2 decays and only 3 trophies. Okay. I should have pulsed the Spellskite first. That was just a misplay because I'm gonna I wanted to answer the Spellskite. So that's a misplay on my part. I could have done 2 more damage potentially. My opponent said he had to answer the door, and now he is dotting. So I should have. If my plan was to pulse the Spellskite, I should have pulsed it first to get in 2 more damage. I don't know what my opponent's doing, but he's gonna run out of time, just by the nature of this of how his deck plays. I could also just save the. I should save the Pulse Tezzeret. On second thought, I don't want to trophy the Spellskite because that turns on his whir. I mean, the chess clock and MGO is a real win con for me now, for sure. Well, yeah, we can just talk back to the list. If you want to go back to your earlier question, if you want to talk about the unmoored ego in the sideboard, if we can pull that back up. We can discuss it, Arcbound Twerker, if you're still here. Modern. Because I believe it was just a really light splash. I think that Unmoored Ego is the only blue card, right? And there was only like 1 Watery Grave. GP Bow. So we had 5 fetches. So you had 5 fetches. Let me look at this mana base real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we cut a Hissing Quagmire for a Watery Grave. That's how he. Oh, he has an extra fetch too. So I'm comparing his mana base to my mana base. So he has I mean snow covered forest and basic forest, snow covered swamp, basic swamp. It's all the same. So he has an extra fetch. Oh, so he cut a blooming marsh for the 5th fetch, and he cut a hissing quagmire for a watery grave. So he has 5 fetches for his 1 blue source. Um, yeah, it was only, but that set off the discussion of whether we could replace Bob with Snap and go from there in 3 fields. I've pondered the blue splash because I pondered a blue splash because like Disdainful Stroke and Snapcaster Mage are really good. Disdainful Stroke out of the sideboard. Oh, that's a good draw. Oh, jeez. So he can. He has a bridge either way. Oh, this game is probably unwinnable here. Man. I could take the Ensnaring Bridge and then hope to draw Surgical. I think that's my line of play here. Wow, my opponent took. So my opponent uses a Worm main phase, or Surgical's a live draw for me. So come on, Surgical. One time. Surgical Extraction. Yeah, I like so I honestly thought about the blue splash again. But having the 3rd color, even if it's a light splash, it's still pretty taxing on you. I like the biggest thing about Rock is that the mana base is super painless. That being said, the splash for Unmoored Ego is really super light. And that just makes me concerned on how reliably you can cast it. I don't know the number. I didn't run the numbers obviously, but I would just be more concerned about it than to cast it more than anything. What? Is he not gonna get a bridge here? He did it for 4. Okay, I was gonna say. Um. Um. He's just gonna plus. Is it another bridge? No cards. Wow. So I'm gonna pulse the Tezzeret. Oh, but yeah, Spell Skite. Oh, did I board out both my brutalities? I boarded out both my brutalities. Oh no. One, two, three, four, five, six. Oh my god. So, okay. I need to draw Abrupt Decay. Man, that sucks. The second Tezzeret, my opponent drew really well. Oh man. I would have liked these earlier. Oh well. It's not off to a good start, boys. Oh. Not off to a good start. Yeah, that's just unfortunate. My opponent just top decked really, really well the last two games. That sucks. Yeah, it's just one of those days. I mean, I always feel like every time I 5-0 a league, I end up just like not cashing the next, and that's just the nature of a 50-50 deck, right? If you just do the statistics, it's like it's gonna be 50-50. My win rate with this deck is like 64-ish%, so nothing to really complain about. So I like win more than I lose. I more often go 3-2 or 4-1 in the league. So this is just like just the statistics. It's just going back. Nothing to really be mad about. This hand is really awkward on the draw. On the play, it'd be a lot better. I don't think he can mold in this hand. I could use a black source to turn 3 Veil, but is this like Jeskai control? Or just is it Phoenix? Or Storm? I guess Storm wouldn't run Faithful Looting. Probably as a Phoenix. I'm gonna play a land and pass. Guess my opponent really needed a land. Hopefully this Tarmogoyf can get me there. My opponent feeling my own Tarmogoyf. Hopefully my opponent plays Thing in the Ice and I just nab him with a Liliana the Veil. Yes! Exactly what I want. Opponent having no Phoenixes in the yard is also pretty clutch for us. Because turn 3 is when my opponent can really start doing damage. Izzet Phoenix is definitely the boogeyman of the format. Luckily, we have. I mean, supposedly we have a positive matchup against the deck, and I think we do. I just don't think it's easy. Like a lot of people in the Rock group say this matchup is just a walk in the park, and I would disagree heavily on it. Um, Game ones are really difficult. I'm just getting lucky that they don't have any Phoenixes, and they can definitely steal this game right now. If they just like go cantrip, Faithless Looting, bring back 2 Phoenixes, or like play like Thought Scar, Faithless Looting, just go ham on Phoenixes, like we're very susceptible to losing that game. Like like I need a Scavenging Ooze right now, and maybe I'm okay, but even then it's super close. So like Phoenix can easily stealing these games pre-board. I definitely think post-board we are favored, but like you can't call a matchup where we're um uh unfavored pre-board, favored post-board, an easy matchup. Like it just doesn't work like that. It's like Advent versus Affinity. Like it's sure it's like it's 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 easy post-board with like Stony Sands and Lingering Souls, and maybe pre-board it's easy with Lingering Souls, but like pre-board it's bad. Like I would argue it's pretty bad. It's like against Dredge. Like yeah, pre-board you might have all the tools to beat it, but post-board you don't. So um, you can't say it's a positive matchup in that sense, right? So um, I think I'm going to plus Liliana, attack with Tarmogoyf. Opponent goes to 8. I have a tireless tracker. I'm just trying to figure out if I should discard the Liliana Veil or not. I don't think I do. I think I discard Decay. I think I want to play Tireless Tracker and play the land. So it's just a matter of what I want to discard between these 4 cards. I guess I can discard the Liliana of the Veil because it kind of loses equity versus Phoenix. And it grows the Goyf. So let's do that. It gets out of Lightning Axe range. So I think getting my Tarmogoyf out of Lightning Axe range is good. And then that way, if they play a next thing, I can decay it, and then I have trophy left over for Phoenixes. Flame Slash. A little too small, buddy. Oh, sweet. So my opponent's hand just didn't get there, which is fortunate for us. So we're gonna burn this Yard Hate for actual Phoenixes. I actually like Choke in this matchup. Like just bottlenecking their lands is really good. On the draw, it's not as good, but on the play, I really like it. I like Languish over Damnation. I like boarding one of these 2 prison, and Languish can kill. Oh, I guess I want Damnation if they have Pteramander. I board out Thought Seizes. I board out Brutalities. And then I trim a Tracker in this matchup. I don't know if that's correct or not. And then I trim a Push. Actually, let's not have a Choke on the draw. Trying to figure out if I want the 4th Veil. I think I trim Veils and board in the Choke. Alright, I'm gonna use the bathroom again real quick. I'll be right back. Sounds pretty good. This hand is pretty good. I haven't answered a thing. I haven't answered the Phoenix. Turn 1 discard. The only thing I'm missing is like a Tarmogoyf. Get a threat. I've been meaning to say that I think Dark Confidant, a lot of people board out Dark Confidant in this matchup, and I think that's wrong. I feel like Dark Confidant is one of the tools we have to win this matchup because they have a lot of velocity. Like they just like cantrip. So they have a lot of the dog is coughing. They have a lot of ways to filter to draws, and their card efficiency is way better than ours. We start to flood, and we need to recoup our relatively to them. Like we need to draw cards to balance out the number of action cards we have versus theirs. And I think Dark Confidant is a great way to do that. They also have been cutting gut shots and stuff. Lightning Axe, Crackling Drake. I'm gonna take the Lightning Axe to protect my Bob here. Yeah, my dog is getting old, so she likes to cough. Mill a thing. That's good. I've also debated if discard's good in this matchup. I think you can cut Thoughtseizes. I can see deploying the Bob here, but I think I want to just protect myself and play this Nahel Spellbomb. Like, they can steal this game by going like looting, cantrip. And I don't want to be naked to that. And if they start looting, they don't know I have a Dark Confidant, so that's good for us. Which looting is that? Dark Ascension. So my opponent has 2 different lootings, so we should note that. So my opponent plays another Faithless Looting that has a set that we know. So you discard the other Faithless Looting. So he has... That's good. That turns off his other Faithless Looting. And this is why I really like Grafdigger's Cage in this matchup. And just Inner Cybers in general, because yeah, we can surgical Faithless Looting, but they can still, do what they do with cantrips and Faithless Lootings. And this just turns off everything. And if they have an Abrade, they have to choose between Abrading my Dark Confidant or a Grafdigger's Cage. And I think that's a pretty bad proposition. So play Bob. And play Cage. My opponent has Crackling Drake and 3 unknown cards. My opponent could also, just not do anything. He's probably going to just go land Crackling Drake, which is good. And luckily we have answers to that. Ooh, Arc-like Phoenix. Cute. Okay. And this is where we kind of want to draw removal now. Surgical Extraction. I think I'm going to Fatal Push this Arc-like Phoenix. And then Surgical it. I could also just Pulse and then Surgical it as well and attack. I guess it just depends on how mana efficient I want to be, and I guess I should pulse instead of pushing. Please hurry up. I mean, if sure, I'll gladly not hurry up. Pulse this, and then I'll just draw step. I can surgical the Arclight Phoenix. I could also just I'm gonna surgical now. Oh, he has 2 Crackling Drakes. That's actually really scary. So he has Flame Slash Crackling Drake. Got it. So he has 2 Blood Moons, which is good to know. So we effectively played around it, and a Jace and a Chandra. 1 Pyromancer session. So that's pretty scary. So 1 Jace, 1 Blood Moon, or 2 Blood Moons, sorry, and a Pyromancer session. Yep. Come on, Liliana. This isn't gonna hit the other Crackling Drake, which is unfortunate. Kind of want to hold this discard spell. This is also a spot where a choke would have been really good, and maybe I should have cantripped my spellbomb into a choke. My opponent can definitely steal this match just by like slamming Jace or Chandra. It makes me want to board in Thoughtseize instead of Inquisitions, so I can nab those Planeswalkers. Okay, so this is how we can lose this game. This Crackling Drake is pretty big. Scavenging Ooze is not that good of a draw. We'll see. So now I think we need to just draw Damnation at this point. Take the Lightning Bolt. Play Scavenging Ooze. Because now they have a 2-turn clock. I should have actually ate the Crackling Drake first. If they top deck a Bolt, that would have been a misplay. Okay. Remove a spell. Spell Bomb. So let's cycle it through. So I'm gonna just do it all. So I'm gonna Fatal Push this Crackling Drake. And then eat the Drake and the Dark Confidant. and just hope my opponent whiffs here. On cantrips. It's a good draw. Opponent plays a Jace, that'd be bad. So we dodged a bullet there. So let's see what should lock it up, hopefully. Yep. My opponent just drew air. Alrighty. Bounce back a little bit. Lighting's kind of awful here. Let me open the blinds a little bit. Like I said, like I think people say is a Phoenix is an easy matchup, but I don't think it's as easy as people say it is. We have the tools to definitely beat it, and maybe we have the best shot against it in terms of like being reactive, because we have Scavenging Ooze. But like game one is pretty rough if they just have a nut Phoenix draw, which they have pretty often. Like we were just lucky game one that they just variants just hit them and they just didn't have an Arclight Phoenix in their first like 20 cards, right? Like that's just lucky on our end. Because like we need to spend removal on Arclight Phoenix just normally. Like we need to spend fatal pushes and trophies, and then they just recurring back. So it's just net negative card advantage in the matchup, and that's just a recipe for us to lose the game. And they just have all the removal for Scavenging Ooze. So like in game ones, like I like to not play Scavenging Ooze on turn 2, and even on turn 3. It depends on the landscape of the game, but throwing a Scavenging Ooze out there, I feel like is not, without being able to protect it, is I think a losing proposition in this matchup because you need Scavenging Ooze to win game one. The other thing is like they could also just blindly throw Arclight Phoenixes in the yard with turn 1 Fifth and I think that's how you maybe win the game. But like a good Arclight Phoenix player wouldn't bin Arclight Phoenixes until the turn they go off in this matchup. Like on their end facing rock, because they don't want to leave them open to a Scavenging Ooze, like I said. We started off the league not good, but hopefully we can bounce back. For those who just tuned in, I lost to Bant, Eldrazi, and Grixis were my first 2 matchups, and I just beat Izzet Phoenix, which is good. Izzet Phoenix should be around 20-ish% of the meta according to all the D2 percentages and all the math that's on Reddit, which is insane. Having that much what's going on here? Okay. Having that much of the meta be one deck is absolutely insane. That's like Eldrazi winter numbers, you know? It's creeping up there. And we'll see how if the meta gets solved, but I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it was not. Oh god, another Eldrazi deck? Are you serious? Jesus Christ. I think a turn 2 thought, not me. Brutal. Brutal. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Big Claddy. Sorry I didn't acknowledge that you followed, but I appreciate the follow, man. Thanks. Is this like Freeman Eldrazi? The stupid like serum powder deck. Interesting. I feel like I'm going to be a little bit more reactive here. I think I'm gonna play a treetop and pass instead of playing the Tarmogoyf. I kind of want to be able to fatal push whatever if they try to crew here, so they're getting any value off of it. Man, all these eldrazi decks this league is kind of bad. Like anything eldrazi related, anything big man related, is just bad news for us. Bad news bears. Opponent is thinking, should I cast this Thought Knot Seer? Or should I not cast this Thought Knot Seer? I wonder my opponent's lines are. Opponent likes to take his time. Matter Reshaper, sure. Scroto Bear, thanks for the follow. Oh, sorry, Scroto Baggins, thanks for the follow, buddy. He's not gonna crew the copter? What? Why didn't he crew the smuggler's copter? I don't understand. Please don't be another Matter Reshaper. I'm gonna be so pissed. Eldrazi and Temple. Okay. Okay. What do you want, buddy? You want this Liliana? You can take this Liliana. Trophy would be a good take here. I think, yeah, Trophy would be a good take here. Wow. So I need a black source off the top. Chalice of the Void is a pretty good draw here. I'm gonna pass the turn. That decay was a good draw here. We're getting not having enough black sources sucks. Yikes. Okay, I think I need to decay the Chalice right now. Turn on my Fatal Pushes and just hope to draw a fetch land. Oh man. Please hurry up. Oh. I mean, fortunately, I'm not a dick on MTGO, so I'm not gonna do that to my opponent. And my opponent is playing pretty slow for. I don't know what kind of lines he has access to. Um, but I don't know. I'm trying not to be mean. Tireless Tracker. Okay. Come on, fetch land. Please. Fetch land would be the best draw. Oops. Man. Fetch land, marsh flats, verdant category. Oh, man. I can't even block either. Oh, we need a black stars. And we can block effectively here. Oh, life. What's next? Another matter reshaper. Nice. Cool beans. Oh, nice. Just gonna go wide. Just gonna go wide. Okay. Fetch land. Fetch. Oh my god. We have the tools to win this game, and it's just like, it's not happening. Ah. We're so close to just going off, because we can just Fatal Push both Thought Knots and just like go off with our hand. Can they just draw their Serum Powders now? Like just have really bad top. I mean, my two creatures are holding off an Eldrazi army. It's pretty good. Fetch land. Yes. I'm actually gonna pass the turn here. Because I feel like me doing this main phase is not gonna be productive. Because it's not like I should attack. So let's see what they do. Like I want to be able to see if they're gonna crew this copter. Chalice of the Void. Well, that was a good time to crack my clue or my fetch. See what I draw here. Yeah, might as well just do it now. Yep, okay. That's fine. Gonna accrue it anyway. That copter is getting a lot of value. But this Cletus is going to start taking over the game, which is going to be good for us. Eating Thought Knot. Oh, dismember. That's a good draw. I'm gonna gain another life here. I know. Oh man, Cletus plus. Hmm. Yeah, Cletus should do a good job catching up. I just can't attack yet, which sucks. Like, Cletus and Eternal Scourge is kind of a nombo, which is interesting. Okay. Oh my god. That was a good draw. Assuming these don't flip other Mana Reshapers or Eternal Scourges. Oh, excuse me. So I can hope that the next two cards are lands. I could pulse and then veil this Eternal Scourge and I'm like back in the game. I don't know how else we're gonna win this match. I could also just pulse the Smuggler's Copter. But then I'm just like behind on board. I think I need to go for the high swing play and just pulse the Matter Reshapers here. And then just veil this Eternal Scourge. Just be lands, Serum Powders, Dismembers, that's fine. Even if it's a Dismember, I don't care. I just want to clear the board. Please, please, please. Okay. Oh, he can scry. Oh my god. Damn it. I guess I can start getting aggressive here. I could also just veil my opponent. And then I just have lethal the following turn with this brutality? I think I like that. I think I just like veiling here. Probably sack the Mimic. Just trade 1-for-1 here. Because my opponent probably thinks there's another turn happening here. God, this card's so good. Smuggler's Copter is so good. $11 viewers, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys are enjoying this shitty content of me getting wrecked by eldrazi decks this league. If my last match is another eldrazi deck, I'm just gonna tilt off. So don't play anything post-combat. Wow, you attacked me. Wow. I guess it's safe to attack first, see what's in my opponent's hand. Oh, I should attack with Treetop. I'm so dumb. I got excited with my brutality. Oh, but he had the Ghost Quarter. Never mind. Yeah, I covered. Let's make sure I pick the right mode. Target opponent loses 2 life. Nice. Cool. So we stole a match against one of these stupid eldrazi decks. Yikes. Fulminate Mage, Damnation. Oh, excuse me. The thing about it is, like, we can't really sideboard against this deck either. Like we kind of want to keep in Fatal Bushes for, like, Thought-Knot Seers and stuff, but, like, we don't want too many of these, and then we want to keep in Inquisitions for, like, Chalices and you know, Matter Reshapers. We don't want too many of those. I think even though Brutality won the match for us, I think we cut the Brutalities because they don't kill that many things. And maybe we just shave a... Maybe we shave... Maybe we shave... like 2 Inquisitions, maybe? Keep these Fatal Pushes for, like, Thought-Knot Seers. Does E come in? I can see E coming in against, against, like, Chalice of the Void, but, like, we already have these Decays. I don't think I want that many answers to... Ooze is good because it's gonna grow. Like, you saw game 1. Like, I don't think they have relics. They might have relics post-board, but that'd be wrong for them to bring in because, like, our deck isn't very yard-centric. It's Tarmogoyfs. So Scoos can get pretty big, so I like Scoos here because you want guys that can block Reality Smashers, and Scoos fits the bill. It might be a little slow, but if we can stabilize, I think it's great. What 1-mana artifacts are they playing, though? Like, the only artifacts they're playing is Copter, Chalice. We don't care about Serum Powder. It kills Eldrazi Mimic, but, like, we're congested at the 2-drop slot, so I don't want to board in Engineer Explosives. Actually, I think Language is actually okay because they have that 3/3 the one that you can play from exile, so, like, this does swipe the board a little bit, so maybe I might just cut the last Inquisition here, go from there. I don't think I like EE. I mean, maybe I could shave a Scoos just because it's slow and you don't want multiple of them, so maybe I should have shaved the Scoos on the draw. I think maybe you're right. I think maybe 2 is the right number in this matchup. Definitely not 3. So maybe I might have been able to keep like a discard spell on the draw, which is better. Like you want discard spells on the draw for sure. This seems like a deck that's like turn one Chalice go because of the Simian Spirit Guide, which makes your Fatal Pushes a lot worse, but we'll see. But yeah, 10 viewers, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'm going to mulligan because I don't have a black source. It's the most important color red deck. My goodness gracious. Black source off the top. That's not a black source. I'm going to mulligan. My opponent expends a lot of resources going turn 1 Chalice or turn 2 Chalice. I think I'm okay with it. Especially with our trophies in hand. It seems like a turn 1 Chalice deck. Oh, Matter Reshaper, sure. Black source? That's a good draw. Because I don't want to trophy this Matter Reshaper, so if I didn't draw this, I would have passed the turn and done nothing. And it digs me to a third black source if it doesn't die. My opponent's going to Reality Smash me? Which is a lot of damage. Okay, he's not going to Reality Smash me. Okay. Do you want a Luna Veil or Assassin's Trophy? What do you want, dude? Probably take the trophy. Yeah. Correct take, sir. I think I'm gonna trophy the Thought-Knot Seer now and see if I can get a land. Not a land. I'm gonna pass the turn because now my opponent can block my Bob with the Bleak Moth Nexus. Warping Whale. Yikes. Okay. Ratchet Bomb. You got it. Black source would be... Veil is kind of screwed over by this Bleak Moth Nexus. So now that drawing a land, I think I'm going to play Tarmogoyf here. And just stonewall these duders. You got it. Swing for 2. It's pretty good. So we can pop the Ratchet Bomb next turn. I think I need a Veil now. I can see him animating a Bleak Moth and sacking it, which is fine because then I can lean on this Toland Animage a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. So you can blow up the ratchet bomb next turn. It's not. This isn't looking good at all. I'm really behind here. Take 7. Oh, I'm so dead. I'm so dead. Languish! Even then, it's not gonna be good. Okay. Concede. I concede. I yield. I actually think I like Inquisitions in this matchup more than Fulminators. Because I feel like this deck doesn't curve out that much. Is that asinine to like not want? Because like they top out at like I don't want to spend a turn time walking myself to blow up their land. I think that's wrong. I can keep in one Fulminator, but I don't think I want. I don't think I want more than. Maybe on the play I'll go like this and have 2 Fulminators, but burning this discard, keeping the discard. This is wrong. Like, am I wrong? I feel that way. Because I feel like I want to nab like these matter reshapers with these discard spells. Because like it's so brutal not having to. Like they're just 2-for-1ing me there. I think I'm gonna go with this. And I really don't like EE there because like their mono 3 drops or higher. So. Yikes. I have interaction. I'm gonna keep it. This maybe should have been mulligan, but show my opponent mulligans a million. Like then my opponent use like the nature of my opponent's deck. They should mulligan heavily because it's like Eldrazi, Temple, or Bust. And then I can work on a turn with Chalice. I don't care about this relic, and I can push this Eldrazi Mimic. So I guess I just take Warping Whale. I can also just take this Eldrazi Mimic, and then their hand just literally does nothing. I like that more, actually. Because then I can just save this Fatal Push for a top deck, whatever. My opponent has 2 different Blink Moth Nexuses. So like we said earlier, you can kind of keep that in mind. He has the same relic. That's fine. Oh, please give me Tireless Tracker, Kalidas. Please. That would be great. I would like a Tireless Tracker or Kalidas. Another relic. Sounds good to me. Okay. I hate Relic of Progenitus online. Oh my god. So I'm gonna play this Fielder Rune here. If they end up top decking Eldrazi Temple into Thought-Knot Seer, I can Fielder Rune. I need a Tireless Tracker for sure. Like Tireless Tracker can definitely get me out of this hole. But like I need to draw literally Tireless Tracker or Kalidas. Like this is a loose keep anyway, but like having a 5-lander, 2-spell hand, and then drawing 2 lands in a row is not a good recipe. Okay. Lily on the Veil would also be pretty good. god. I understand we kept a land heavy hand, but drawing 3 lands in a row is a little bit ridiculous. I think we just take here. Oh my god. I'm gonna draw mono 1-drops now. And it's gonna be shitty as hell. Again, like, Tyler's Tracker can definitely win me the game here. I just need to draw Tyler's Tracker. I don't know, the way that this night's going, I'm probably not going to draw Tyler's Tracker. Oh, Smuggler's Copter. Oh, he has a Warping Whale for my fucking Bob. Oh. I mean, it makes me regret not casting Warping Whale. Or taking Warping Whale with my Thoughtseize. I guess we'll just draw Inquisition, nab it with Warping Whale, nab Warping Whale, and then play Bob. But my opponent's just going to start accumulating a lot of good card advantage here with Smuggler's Copter. My opponent didn't crew. Nice. I'm gonna concede. Yeah, there was no way we were winning that game. Oh, not a good league, boys. Try to finish the league strong, though. Losing to 2 eldrazi decks is not something to feel really bad about. I mean, maybe I should have just mulliganed that 7. I mean, that is a land heavy hand. So maybe it was better just mulligan it. Maybe that's just maybe I should have just been a little more aggressive there. But going discard into a removal spell is a pretty good recipe to win that matchup. My goodness. Sure. Top it. Just give me all the removal. Is it Phoenix? Play a thing? A lot is a Phoenix, that's for sure. Wow. No play. That's interesting. I think I'm just going to play Bob here. What is my opponent doing? I mean, I guess I just correct to bolt my Bob this turn just so we can go off. Oh, is this... No, Phoenix placed out of hand, right? I was like, is this a Storm? I haven't played against Storm in forever. Ooh, I get to untap the Bob? That's gold. Inquisition is also a good draw. Oh, it's Storm. Wow. I think I'm actually going to take a grape shot here. So you can't steal a win with double grape shot. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plus 7 is 13. Don't want him to steal a one with grape shot. So I think grape shot's the correct play here. I'm surprised he didn't want to grape shot my Bob. I guess he wanted a double grape shot. I mean, that's a good line to take. I have all this removal. That does nothing now. Now I just need to draw removal spells. That's what I need to do. My opponent also just wants to draw lands. There's not a lot of lighting in here. How's the lighting here? It's kind of bothering me, so I'm going to try to light move it. Is this lighting screwing with the camera? Yeah, it is a little bit. I'm going to move the camera. There you go. Yep, better. Yep. Sounds good. You got it, buddy. Can't really play around Bolt. I would main phase eat this Dark Confidant if I wanted to, but hey! My opponent also not playing not drawing lands means his hand is pretty stocked. So he has these 5 cards and one unknown, which is pretty scary. Okay. Brawl. He's gonna have 4 mana, 5 mana. If you drew Empty the Warrens, that's pretty good. That'd be pretty good. Is he gonna unsubstantiate my Fatal Push? He has no blue mana after this. Opponent doing math is not a good thing. My opponent can't gifts either. So I wonder my opponent just punted here. Doing math. He's targeting Brawl. Okay. Don't have any responses to that. So I don't know any cards in his hand. He's going to have 4 mana. So he can play Brawl. 2 cards left. Oh, he has Empty the Warrens. That'd be gross. So I'm going to have to take a Grape Shot here because he can just double Grape Shot me. So I'm going to take a Grape Shot and hope that mana Morphos whiffs. Oh, he just got it, huh? Oh, he just has the kill. Oh, man. It's pretty good. Good game. Nicely done, opponent. Fast and Flames was a really good draw. Okay. Explore the Yard Hate. Engineered Explosives. Gonna board out these Assassin's Trophies. I don't like Assassin's Trophies in this match. I'm gonna board out Tireless Tracker. I feel like Tireless Trackers is really clunky. And then I board out a Fatal Push. Maybe I think I board out 2 and just keep it 1 tracker, so I'm not too that late. Let's go with that. Yikes. That was nicely done. I'm not gonna lie. That was nicely done by my opponent. Guess it's just one of those days. One of those days. Thanks for everyone tuning in, guys. Really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I know this league is not going as well as I'd like. Lost to 2 eldrazi decks. Beat Phoenix. Sure, it's a good hand. Got Disruption into Threat. It's a whole lot of nothing. Just a whole lot of nothing. Do I want to play around Lightning Bolt? I don't think Storm plays Lightning Bolt anymore, right? I think turn 1 I should have fetched. Didn't get punished though. It's Inquisition here. Probably taking Mana Morphos if their hand didn't get better, which it didn't. Gonna fetch right now. Getting that extra damage. They're kind of flooding. It's good for us. Spiral of Canal. Flooding too, so. What do I need? Another spell ball, maybe? That'd be nice. Or like insurance for empty thorns. So like an explosive would be good. Oh, there you go. So like we're protected from a grape shot kill with this spell bomb. They're just gonna gifts me now. Okay, they're just thin in the deck. Thin in the deck is good. Thin in the deck is good. Tarn. So 2 rituals, 3 unknown. So the thing about it is like it's difficult for them to go off through a spell bomb. So they kind of have to go the empty orange route, which we are covered here. Man, we are flooding. I mean, luckily we're kind of covered. Opponent's not conceding. So I like I said, I think it's difficult for them to win through a spell bomb with grape shot. But I think so. Like I think they have to go the empty route, which we are covered here. Excuse me. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. What you got, dude? Okay. I think I'm okay with this. I know he's trying to bait me out here. Tony Scapone. I think I've played against this guy before. It's kind of weird how Storm just kind of fell off the map. And people just like stop playing this deck, which is weird. I still think Storm's pretty good. So we can go to 4 mana. This pirate ritual does not have flashback, so I think I wait. I wish they split into two piles how they usually do in paper. For 6. Interesting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 at Goy, 1 at me. Brutality would be nice. 1, 2, 1, 2. So my opponent has to block here. So I don't mind my opponent like casting Passion Flames here. Interesting. That's a good draw. Hold up. Someone's knocking on the door. Yep. I know they have Desperate Ritual. I think we mill these 2 red spells and give them pieces, which is kind of awkward. Give them pieces and unsubstantiate. Unsubstantiate in hand. So we know 3 of the 4 cards. Hmm. And then I think after they resolve pieces, I think I'm gonna surgical the grape shot here. Or if they like pieces into another lightning bolt, I can surgical the lightning bolt. So that's why I am holding the surgical now. Depends on what they pieces into. So I know 2 of the 3 cards, that's a ritual and piece of the puzzle. Okay. Okay. So hmm. So pieces and grape shot in hand. So 1, 2, 3. Desperate ritual. Hmm. So it's gonna be 5 mana, and they need 5 mana to flash back Past in Flames. So they need another ritual. Oh, just another pieces. Hmm. Repeal is non-land permanent. So unless their last card is a bolt, I think we locked it up. Repeal opt in hand. So play opt. 1, 2, 3. Oh man, Quagmire is Quagmire got there. I think I want another tracker. I kind of wish I did surgical so I can see if they're on Blood Moon. They have polluted deltas and islands, so I kind of want to think they're on Blood Moon. I think I'm just gonna cut the last fatal push. I can just cut the decay. I don't think they're on Blood Moon. I don't think they poured in London against me. They did have a lot of islands in the last game. Go like this. My opponent's hand was pretty bad, but they can't mulligan, I guess, so. Snap keep my opponent is pretty scary. Turn 1, discard spell. Discard spell. Thoughtseize, Inquisition. Thoughtseize. Just by looking at this game, this doesn't look good. Like some sort of graveyard interaction here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's actually not bad. We have Cletus as well. Maelstrom Pulse. I think it's safe to cast a discard spell here, and then either from there play Scavenging Ooze or collect Brutality, kill a token, and go from there. So let's do that. Pieces, Brawl, Serum Visions. Okay. So there's no way to kill Skoos. I could also just like collect Brutality, take Serum Visions, escalate, like drain for 3. Because I know this Thoughtseize isn't going to do anything. 17, 19. It doesn't matter, do I want to take the Serum Visions? Like, is there value in it? And I think there is. And I can just play Cletus next turn. I think I like that. Just leave him with nothing. Okay. It's fine to me. Because Now I have Kalidas. Holding the fort down. Is he really gonna attack? I would advise not attacking, buddy. Wow. So take 3. I think I attack here. Go to a comfortable life total. I could also see, you know, sideboarding wise, I maybe should have cut um, a land in this matchup. I'm winning this race though. Like, I'm gonna, you know what I mean? Like, and then I can block with Quagmire next turn. I mean, it's attack with everything or attack with nothing. Yeah, I was gonna say. Need my Bob. I'm just gonna start nabbing the rituals here. Because I want, if I draw surgical, I want to be able to surgical my opponent. I think I'm just gonna attack with just the Quagmire. Wow, that's a good trade for me. It's a good trade for me, I think. Because like if I draw Abrupt Decay or Fatal Push for the Brawl, I can throw my Kalidas too. So just eat the Ritual. I guess we can start just nabbing these cantrips too. Save the Wind Controlator. That's a good draw too. It's an interesting game. I don't think my opponent has anything, but a free black mana is easy. Empty the warrants. Treetop's big boss here. Is he gonna trade? Wow. It's good for B2. So I think lists only run 2 empties. So I think I can safely exile the empty the warrants with my scavenging ooze and not have to worry about it. Leo MacLean and Hills 2024. Thanks for the follow, guys. Really appreciate it. We're like ahead right now against Storm, but like they could totally draw out of this for sure. That's good. So I'm just gonna eat the empty and the grape shots then. Just so Passing Flames doesn't do anything. So we're just gonna stare at each other again. That's a good draw. Because I'm just gonna blow him out here. So Passing Flames does nothing here at this board state right now. Oh. Pieces, empty, pieces. Where's it? The pieces of the puzzle. Empty, pieces, brawl, desperate bolt. Puts pieces and empty in hand. Discards, brawl, desperate ritual, lightning bolt. That was a good draw as well. Maybe I was too proactive in exiling this with the scoos, but a braid. The thing is, my opponent needs to make tokens this turn. Like, he needs to somehow stabilize here. So he has empty, one unknown card, and then whatever he's going to draw off this pieces of the puzzle. My opponent's fighting back pretty hard here. This is like super close. I mean, if my opponent just tries to empty the board, Maelstrom Pulse just wins the game, obviously. So I'm pretty good. I just need to draw said Maelstrom Pulse or empty the warrants. Puts Desperate Ritual and Manamorphose in hand, so puts Opt, Abrade, and Island. So he's probably just gonna Manamorphose, Desperate Ritual into empty the warrants here. Really? He's not gonna go empty unless he has another ritual in hand. He has to have another ritual, otherwise it's a suicide. Yeah. He's gonna ritual. Yep. Yikes. It's a lot of gobos. I guess we just start eating the empty the warrants. Come on, Maelstrom Pulse. One time. I guess I can just start plussing here. This game is insane. My opponent can just attack for 6. So empty, and then I just start nabbing the rituals now. Maybe take the Manamorphose, and then just the rituals. Or I can just draw Spellbomb. That's awkward. I mean, I got this game locked up now. Now I'm heavily favored for sure. Everyone has to deal with this Liliana of the Veil. Opponent's fighting. I don't know how many outs my opponent has left though. Because he can try to Grape Shot. Wow. Nice draw, dude. My opponent also has a chess clock against him too, 2 minutes. Oh, so just a grindy. Just, think Serum Visions takes the most cards, and I don't want him to filter with Manamorphose, so I'm just gonna mill the Serum Visions and Manamorphose. The thing about it is, like, as long as Cletus keeps doing combat damage, like, that's good. Because it gets me further out of grape shot range. My opponent has a sleight of hand, right? Why didn't he? Okay. Oh, I didn't exile stuff with Goose. That's kind of a punt. It could bite me. And I can safely attack with a Scoobs, or with a Cletus. Just exile all the Manamorphose here. There's no rituals left. Is there another creature? There's no other creatures in the yard, sadly, so I can't attack with this Goose. Oh, did I do my math wrong? Oh no, I did the math wrong. Nah, time is definitely affecting this game. I'm gonna exile the gifts. Saw the opt. So me not exiling that one turn definitely bit me in the butt. It has 9 cards in hand. Insane. This is like the most intense game of Storm. Okay. Uh, Grape Shot, Desperate Ritual in hand. Okay, I can just eat my Bob, or my Cletus, or Scavenging Ooze. That was a really intense game against Storm. Props to my opponent, because my opponent played really well, too. Yikes. Well, that was insane. Well, so to recap, I lost to two eldrazi decks and were, but beat Izzet Phoenix and Storm. So, I mean, I guess we lost to the decks that we were supposed to lose and beat the decks that we were supposed to as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the content. Currently at 10 viewers, I really appreciate it. If you guys like what you see, please follow my Twitch channel. You guys also follow me on Twitter. I think on Twitch it's KO Diamonds, or yeah, on Twitch it's KO Diamonds, or on Twitter it's KO Diamonds 22. So if you guys want to support the channel, please give me the follows there. Because on Twitter that's where I'll post the YouTube link. But other than that, hope everyone enjoyed hanging out and really enjoyed everyone chatting and providing your input. It always makes streaming pretty fun. Other than that, hope you guys have a good one. I'll try to stream again next Thursday. Take it easy, guys.